Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the inaugural Threading and Treading podcast. Threading and Treading? I can't even start off the fucking podcast right. Threading and Dreading. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. For those of you who are familiar with my channel, this is going to be essentially a trailer preview podcast. What we've decided to do is, go through basically every other week, see the trailers that have come out for that week, and we'll discuss them, let you guys know, what we are in fact threading, what we're looking forward to, and what we are dreading, what we think you should absolutely avoid should it come out. It's hard to tell with a preview what you should really avoid or what you should go see, but usually you can tell what's going to be good and what's going to be a complete piece of shit. So hopefully we can shed a little light on that. We'll also talk about some current events. We'll talk about some movie news, some TV news, maybe some movie and video game news. And then we'll just shoot the shit for a while, talk about what's going on in our lives and any projects that we may be working on. And I'm going to go around the room and introduce everybody. To my left, we have...
You said you were introducing us.
No,
Did anybody hear that every syllable there had an SH?
I think Ben rubbed off on you there for a second.
Here's hoping. Would love for Ben to rub off
I said
on
that you guys can introduce yourselves.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear that. Everybody knows me. I'm Paul, and that's about it.
AKA,
I like long walks on the park, and fireplaces, and spiral staircases. I have a puppy who scars me on a daily basis, and Ben likes to rub off on me.
Uh-huh. And what is your...
I am the Superhuman Aficionado.
Yes.
I come in and I talk about all things involving throwing fire, lightning, and or flying.
Okay, good. And to my right, we have...
We have Alison, the 3 Star Sapphire.
Yes, we do. And how are you doing, Alison?
I'm doing good,
Very good. Thank you for showing up today.
A little late, but better late than never.
It's okay. It's not a good podcast until everyone shows up late.
I don't know, Alison. Is it good to be late? I don't think that it is. Usually being late means something unplanned has happened.
Oh, my.
Or you're just an Asian.
And the gentleman you just heard is our buddy Robin, who is AKA Confucius. You haven't really met him yet. He may be contributing to our channel eventually, but that is actually Ben's brother. I'm sure you've all met Bonsai Ben on our channel.
Without the lisp.
Oh.
This is the perfect clone.
Yeah. But Robin sadly doesn't have a mic, but he's just sitting in. He'll be adding chatter occasionally. But yeah, Robin was happy enough to join us tonight and bring the Kahlua. So thank you, Robin. He's contributing Paul's White Russian right now, and I'm enjoying a Dogfish Head Festina Pitch, which is a malt brewed with peach concentrate, and it's pretty tasty.
I love that Mike's drink sounds gayer than mine, and it's beer.
It does sound pretty girly. I'm not going to lie.
It's like
I had a peach
beer.
Bellini earlier, but I'm a girl.
That's true.
And it was really good.
It's a Dogfish Head brew. I mean, for fuck's sake.
It's a girly Dogfish Head brew.
It's the fruit. It's like a poodle drink. Dogfish Head. What's a girly fish? It's like poodle rainbow fish. I don't know.
A pufferfish?
No, it's like a fancy goldfish.
A fancy goldfish.
Angelfish. An angelfish.
Yeah, it's a fancy goldfish
Okay.
with tassels. I'd go with that.
Yeah.
But Allison's too good for a drink right now because she pre-gamed apparently.
Just a little. I forgot.
That's all right.
Pre-gamed.
No big deal. But before
Through
we
the torrential downpour, FYI.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, for those of you who don't live on the East Coast, it's been raining nonstop for the last month and a half, and we really don't know why.
Yeah.
I know why, but I'm not going to explain for an hour why it's been raining so much. But
The world's ending. It's aliens.
Oh, it's aliens?
Nate and I already agreed. It's freaking aliens.
That can't be fair. If it was aliens, somebody needs to get probed.
Well, technically, they are aliens because China's invading.
See? It's China. China's invading.
Before we actually start off, I just want to go around and chat with you guys, see what you've been up to, anything that you're interested in that's going on, any current event news that you want to talk about, anything?
I don't watch the news. Depressing. Actually, one of my current favorite things to talk about is a show that recently aired on BBC. It's a show called Orphan Black.
You've told me about this.
I can't remember the actress's last name, but her first name is Tatiana, which is... It's got sex written all over it.
Okay.
The girl plays 7 to 9 different characters on the show, all distinctly different. She walks different. She carries her face different. It's amazing. You don't even notice it's the same actress.
Huh.
She's phenomenal.
Interesting.
My current love interest. No, nix that out. My boyfriend. Get me in trouble. He turned me on to the show, and I've always been very much against clones because Clintons are dumb. But it's a really phenomenal show.
Okay, cool. Allison, anything?
Been going down to slower lower a lot.
For those of you not from Delaware, slower lower is the lower 2 counties in Delaware.
For her slower lower boyfriend.
Yes.
You know, for a second there, and it just where my mind goes, I wasn't going to hear the rest of the sentence. All I heard was, I've been going down.
To slower lower Delaware.
I've been going down
I
on
caught my
slower
first-
boyfriend.
Oh, hush. Oh, hush. I caught my first largemouth bass last weekend.
Is that's
in
what
my
it's called
life.
now?
I'm sure you were a largemouth bass last weekend.
You're terrible, boys. Terrible.
Paul, air high five. But if there's no other news, I want to get into some little bit of movie news. I have 3 things here that I looked up I think will interest at least you guys, if not the rest of my viewers. First one I mentioned the other day, that MTV and Dimension Films are actually going to be releasing a Scream TV series on MTV. And Allison is big sigh from Allison. And the only real statement released by Dimension Films has been that they will reinvent the successful franchise that spawned 3 sequels and unleashed Ghostface to a legion of unsuspecting fans.
Wasn't there like 5 Screams?
Yeah, but only 3 of them were successful.
I mean, I thought none of them were, but okay.
I think there was 4.
There's 4?
There
I
was
think
4.
there were 5.
Was there 5?
I don't fucking know. I think.
Well, they said
I thought
3
there was, like-
sequels, so
I never saw
that would
any
be...
of
They said successful, though. Didn't they?
No. It said that
Okay.
the successful franchise that spawned 3 sequels, so that means that there's 4 movies.
Right,
Oh.
4 movies. Yeah,
Yeah.
3 sequels.
So, and in my personal opinion, the first Scream was great, and the final Scream was great. I saw Scream 4, and I actually pretty enjoyed it. It actually tackled, the idea of celebrity on the internet and what it means to be famous on the internet and how it becomes that. But Scream 2 and 3, no, I fucking hated them.
I never saw any of those movies.
You never saw any Scream?
I saw the first one.
Check out the first Scream.
was
It's
done.
still quite good.
I was really young when Scream came out, and though you guys have met my parents. My parents are pretty easygoing people,
Mhm.
but my mom wasn't into like me watching horror style movies, even if they were. Scream was basically a parody, but growing up, I wasn't allowed to watch Blade or anything like that, so I didn't get into stuff like that until I don't know, 14 or 15.
So what was your first rated R film then? Thank you, Robin.
I honestly don't know.
You don't recall? I remember mine was The Blair Witch Project.
I never saw that either.
You never saw Blair Witch? I still like that movie.
Do you?
If you buy into the fact that it is real, I think it is a damn good film.
I saw the Bones episode based on it. I liked that.
I didn't know there was a Bones episode based on that.
Yeah, there was like a killer, and they said it was a ghost, and then in the end, like it's weird because you can see like the footage, and like this like shadowy foot appears in the lens, and they're like, "Oh my god, what was that?" But then it kind of like vanishes, and they're like, "What?"
Interesting.
And they both like look at each other all weird, and she's really hot, and he's kind of scruffy hot, and then you're just like, the screen goes black, and you're like, they're fucking.
Interesting. Alison, do you recall your first rated R film?
No.
No.
It was
I
a
thought
long
was
time
Jurassic
ago.
Park, but I think that was PG.
That's
That's
PG-13,
PG-13.
I do recall.
rated R?
No. No.
Yeah.
Was Arachnophobia rated R?
No.
No.
God damn it, I don't fucking know.
I will say this: the first one I saw by myself was Blair Witch Project. The first one I saw that I was with my family was Air Force One, which by today's standards that'd be PG-13. It's actually a very tame rated R film, but people go back and look at that. You see it on TV all the time, and it does not look rated R because it really isn't. It's a PG-13 film. It's very tame.
Maybe The Matrix.
Was The Matrix rated R?
No.
I think it was.
The Matrix?
I don't recall.
think it was.
I think that was PG-13.
No,
The
dude,
Matrix,
there was a
no
whole
way.
lot of boob going on in that movie.
In the first one?
Yeah, there was a whole lot of boob going on in all that movies.
Whose boobs?
I don't fucking know.
In the second and third one, maybe. I don't recall a lot of boobage in the first.
I don't know.
No,
Hold
there
on.
wasn't that much stuff in there.
Hold on.
I don't recall. Robin, do you want to be our fact checker in the background? Does he want to?
Matrix 4.
Okay, anyway, so that news has been released. As far as a Scream TV series, I don't know. I mean, they plan to reinvent the genre, or not reinvent the genre.
Yeah, rated R.
But
What
was it?
is?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
well, there you go.
The Matrix?
Yeah.
What?
Told you. What? That might have been. I don't know. I may have
Okay.
seen something before that. That's the first one I can think of.
Okay, well, as far as the TV series, I'm not excited for it, but I'm not, dreading it. I'm not thinking that's going to be awful. I mean, but they say they're going to reinvent it. What are you going to do? You're going to have a different Ghostface killer every single episode? What the hell can they do with that series?
I mean, isn't it the same ghost mask that always kills whoever?
Yeah, I mean, it's all in every movie. It's been a different killer. That's the thing.
But they're all in the same mask.
Yeah, they're all in the same mask, but that's just it. I don't know what else they could do with this series unless you start telling it from the same characters as like a reboot, which I pray they don't do. But we'll see what happens. I'm not necessarily dreading it. I just think that it's just a rehashing because I can't think of anything else to do at this point on MTV. But
because they don't play music videos anymore.
And apparently they don't want to make any more seasons of Jersey Shore. So who else? And what else are they going to do?
Oh, I am so not sad about that.
But some other news that I mentioned to Alison the other day is that Universal is producing a Dracula reboot. And I have a little bit of news behind this, and I have a list of actors and actresses here who have signed up, and I know none of them. Art Parkinson, Samantha Barks, Thor Christensen, Charlie Cox, Luke Evans, Dominic Cooper, and Sarah Godin. And I know none of them.
Me neither.
His name's Cox.
But a little bit of a synopsis here. I mean, this could all change. It's still in very early production, but the reports reveal that Barks' character, Samantha Barks, will be playing what's called a Baba Yaga, which is a witch of some sort. So Dracula is going to tell the tale of the man who makes a dark pact to save the life of his wife and child, and he becomes a vampire and ultimately uses his powers of darkness to fight his enemies. So in a sense, they're making Dracula more like Edward.
Great.
Mm-hmm.
Just what I wanted. Team Dracula! Woo!
Yeah.
It's
I've always been
Brothers,
Team Buffy.
right? Team Buffy?
I'm Team Vlad.
Who?
Vlad the Impaler.
Oh, who it is?
Buffy's better.
Vlad was the first Dracula.
Oh.
He's from Transylvania.
Yes.
He's actually one of those warriors that back in, I don't know what the years are, but he basically went and conquered all of Europe, and all the people that he defeated, he would drink their blood and stick their heads on pikes and display them.
Yes.
Oh. I knew that.
Hence the first Dracula, because
Yes.
he drinks his enemies' bloods.
Dun, dun, dun.
Thank you for the history lesson, Robin. I appreciate that.
You're welcome. And that's your history about from Confucius.
If you get your head impaled on a spike, you're going to have a bad time.
Absolutely.
But my whole thoughts on this is they're trying to turn Dracula into an anti-hero, apparently, from what we can tell here. And that upsets me. Dracula is not meant to be an anti-hero. He can be sympathetic. You can make him be a sympathetic character with his, loss early in his life, with losing Elizabeth in the tragedy, and then, becoming a sympathetic villain. But he's not an anti-hero. You're not supposed to be rooting for him. Unless, of course, you just hate the human race like me. But that's beside the point. You shouldn't be rooting for Dracula. That's what really upsets me about it. And that's what they're trying to do with him. They're trying to say, oh, Dracula's a good guy. No, he's not. That's a load of shit. Thoughts, Alison?
They're reaching for straws, and they're lacking ideas, and they're like, let's go reboot something and do it our way.
Well,
it's
now-
not by Summit, is it?
No, it's Universal.
Okay, it's Universal. Close enough.
Now, my thoughts is Dracula's already been ruined numerous times. I mean, I don't know if you recall Dracula 2000.
I
Which
never
one
saw
was
that. I remember it, but I
Who was in it?
No one notable, but it was crap. It was
That's
pretty
probably
bad.
why I didn't watch it
Okay,
then.
I mean, there's not a whole lot to ruin with Dracula, okay? Dracula's already been ruined. But there's so much you can do with him to make him good that you don't have to go down the route of making him an anti-hero. My thought is, even if you do a
I
shot
kind of like Dracula being a badass, though.
there's nothing wrong
I mean,
with
that was like the draw. He was like this badass vampire.
Yeah. And
He's like, fuck the world.
his draw is that not that he's like an anti-hero or that he's sympathetic. His draw is that not only is he all-powerful, but he's one of the best seducers in the vampire world. I mean, he could get any woman he wants, so he so chose. He can basically just, like when he gets to London, he could fuck any woman on sight if he wanted to.
He's just suave.
Exactly. But here, he's a family man trying to save them. That's not Dracula. That's fucking Edward.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, again, you can do enough with Dracula. You can make whatever you want, but I just don't like the fact that they're going down that road. And the fact that they're including witches, and apparently it's rumored they're also putting in poltergeists and ghosts of some sort along with werewolves. It's not going to be Dracula, it's going to be Monster Mash. So...
The Monster Mash.
It was a graveyard smash.
The Monster Mash.
It caught on in a flash.
The Monster Mash.
I don't do a good Bela Lugosi, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
No, it was pretty good, actually.
Paul wasn't helping me with the chorus.
Sorry.
Slacker.
So the
That's the
final
wolf.
thing, which Paul brought up, and I looked up a little more information on it, was that the CW is now having a crossover and a TV series for Barry Allen, a.k.a. The Flash.
Yay.
And a little bit
Really?
of news here. The CW is considering bringing another DC hero to television, and is none other than Barry Allen, The Flash. Reports say that Arrow writers Greg Berlanti and Andrew Christenberg, along... Thank you, Robin. We're past that story, Robin. Moving on.
Shut up.
Moving on.
Shut up. Your Wi-Fi is slow.
Sorry. Anyway.
So pretty much they're doing with Arrow what they did with Smallville, in that they have the primary character and they're going to introduce this new character.
Yes.
Now I don't watch Arrow because it's DC, but I'm told the guy's really hot. Well, I mean the guy is really hot, but I didn't get a chance to get into the first season.
The guy who playing Arrow. you
Yeah,
mean.
he's
So you're
crazy
talking
hot.
like Arrow, First Lantern?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So obviously we don't like him. But introducing Barry Allen is cool because apparently I guess it was the WB that did Smallville, right?
I believe so. Well, they became CW eventually. I think they became CW during
yeah.
production. Yeah.
So I think at the time somebody had the rights to the script for the Flash, so they couldn't use that name. So when they finally did their Justice storyline,
Yeah. Which I recall and actually liked that.
yeah, I actually did watch that storyline. They had to introduce Bart. Was it Allen? I think it was Bart Allen, which is like I think this isn't my DC's not my universe. So I think that Bart Allen, and if I'm wrong, you can research this later and you can just edit this out. But Bart Allen is Impulse. I think he's Barry Allen's son from the future.
That sounds about right. But again, I'm not the biggest Flash fan, so I couldn't really tell you either.
But it'll be cool to see him in there and see if they give him a suit and how he does, and it'll be interesting to see Super Speed on television, since the last time we've seen that is on Heroes, and the next time we're gonna see it, if it happens after, will be Quicksilver in the next X-Men movie.
Yep. To continue on with I was getting at with Andrew Christenberg, the DC Chief Creative Officer is actually going to be Jeff Johns. And if you recall this, Jeff Johns was the writer of Blackest Night, which is one of my favorite series. He's now the chief officer over at DC, apparently, and he would be writing the plot to the character.
Cool.
So I'm really excited about that. It is rumored that the character can make an appearance in the upcoming season of Arrow, which has already been confirmed, before running off into his own series. CW is expected to talk more about the ideas later on the Television Critics Association panel. The Flash isn't the only DC hero getting the CW, considering that a TV series as a Wonder Woman show called Amazon has been in development for over a year. So we're going to be getting Wonder Woman in about a year's time.
They've been talking about scripts for that for years. They've got multiple actresses, done multiple suits, written multiple stories, and gotten dropped.
Yeah.
Every single time.
But this one is looking pretty good. It's been developed for a year, and again, it's under the same DC studio that's doing Arrow, and they've apparently got a pretty good script together, so I look forward to that. Hopefully they'll do something solid with Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman has gotten the shaft for a while.
She likes the show.
No pun intended. Technically, she doesn't, because the Amazons don't like men.
You know she's fucking Superman, right?
Yes, I know that.
Okay. She's like Super Shaft.
Damn right.
She's gonna leave him for Nick Fury.
So,
this is the guy who played Shaft.
Oh.
Wait, aren't they in different universes?
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Some fan fiction there from Paul.
I'm gonna write
Shaquille O'Neal.
No. It
No.
was Sammy Jackson.
Yeah.
Oh. Who's Shaquille O'Neal?
Shazam.
Shazam. Definitely not.
Why are you thinking of Shazam?
Shazam, Shaft, yeah, you know. Sounds similar to an Asian.
Oh.
Although we can take Shazam back to DC.
He's still Captain Marvel to me. He's not called Shazam.
Well, he's not Shazam. His name isn't Shazam. He just says that.
I know. Well, no.
Shazam.
They've actually taken to calling him Shazam in certain comics.
Oh, really?
Really. I still call him Captain Marvel. He's always going to be Captain Marvel.
I do like his new suit.
I do. I like that
Pretty
too.
cool.
Yeah. But unless there's any other movie news from you guys, music news, video game news, anything?
No.
Not
Not
for me.
for this. It'll go on too long.
Well, with that being the case, so let's go ahead and hop into the trailers we wanted to look into. Now, there was 6 trailers that I wanted to bring up for this inaugural podcast. The 6 I picked out that I think, would most interest us and our fans. First one being Insidious 2.
Whatever it was that was haunting my family, it's not done with us.
Now, I don't know if you guys saw the first Insidious, did you?
I saw it in theaters, yeah.
I actually had to watch after watching the trailer for Insidious 2, I actually had to watch the trailer for Insidious 1, and I was like, oh, it was that movie.
So,
that was
so
a weird
you,
movie.
You actually did forget it. It was that forgettable.
Once I saw the trailer for the second one, I was like, wait, is this the movie where... And then I watched the trailer for the first one, and I was like, yeah, it was the movie where that happened.
Yes, exactly.
And I was like, oh.
I really
Okay.
liked the first one until the very end.
I think
when
the
that
end
we-
killed it for me. And I was like,
absolutely.
what the hell?
That ending is one of the most atrocious things to happen to a film in a long time because, yeah, we're all in agreement.
It was
the
built- it was
first
built
2/3 of
up.
the film is really good.
And then the end, it just came out of nowhere. It made no damn sense.
Yeah, this alternate realm that the dad has to walk through, and then like it turns into like this creepy pedo land where you hear this creepy music in the background. It's like, what is going on here?
So according to the trailer, it kind of looks like they go back there.
Yeah, which really pisses me off. I don't want them to go back to that realm.
It feels like they were trying to do like The Exorcism meets Paranormal Activity meets Poltergeist.
Yeah, it's just an amalgam of things. Now, this is a good screenwriter. I just don't know if he's having trouble finishing up. Like, I don't know if he had someone contribute to Insidious to write that ending. I don't really know, but that ending, like, again, we're in agreement, pissed me the hell off.
Yeah, I didn't really like the ending.
Yeah.
I
just remember it being like, oh my God, what's going to happen? And I was like, that's what happened.
And then it happened.
Yeah, then it happened.
Like, that's what you did?
It's like your first time. You're like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Wait, was that it? That kind of sucks.
Well, I don't know what happened with your first time, but...
Like, if your first time was good, I'd be incredibly amazed. As much hype as you probably built it up in your head.
It was quite good, thank you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah,
Hold on, where's your neighbor?
she's at work.
Let's see what her opinion of it was.
Hey, want me to text her?
I mean, he
Do
was
not
really
text her.
gentle, and I'm pretty sure that he finished.
That's why we have the baby powder. Soft and gentle
Why would
with
you
baby
be,
fresh scent.
Why would you be needing baby powder during sex?
I don't know. You have it out here on the kitchen.
Because that's what I was using to make the scab wounds for 28 Reviews Later.
So now we're talking about scabs. You're into some fucked up shit, Mike.
If you use liquid latex, you need baby powder to get it up off of a table after you're done making the scabs. That's why I have baby powder.
Sure.
I don't know any type of sex that requires baby powder. I know people are into some kinky shit.
Baby powder sex?
well,
Duh.
if your skin is like kind of rough and stuff, it softs and gentles it. It leaves skin silky, soft, and smooth. Therefore, the penetration and the friction.
I don't
There's
like
a
where this podcast
reduction.
is going. We're gonna go ahead and
And who doesn't want to be soft during sex?
Exactly.
moving on.
Sometimes things get hard in the way, and then they're poking and penetrating things.
Allison, take the
There's only,
mic away
there's
from
only
Robin,
one
please.
thing that needs to be hard, and we all know it's the.
Moving on.
Move it on.
Our next trailer, which is How to Train Your Dragon 2.
What do you think, bud? You want to give this a shot? Toothless. It'll be fine. Ready?
I haven't even seen the first one.
Have you seen the first one?
Yeah, I own it.
Yeah. And did you enjoy it?
I did, except at the very end I was like, no!
Why?
Okay.
Why? What'd you say no about?
Because he lost his leg.
Oh, that's not that bad.
Oh, did he? I was wondering why his leg looked so funky in that trailer.
Yeah.
He lost it at the very, very end, but
that's
then
not
he
the big-
matched his dragon who had a flipper missing.
Exactly. That's what.
That's the other thing. I'm like, does that dragon have like a fucking prosthetic fin?
Yes,
yes.
yes, he does.
Yeah.
It all makes sense now.
Yeah. So
Right?
they complete each other. That's the good thing about it.
So now I don't need to see the
know.
first one because I understand that everybody loses a limb. That's a terrible life message. No matter if you do good things, you lose limbs,
But you'll survive.
but you'll survive.
You'll survive.
And you'll be better for it.
Yeah,
Prosthesis
yeah.
is your friend.
I love Toothless. He's so cute. I mean, he's kind
Toothless is a big puppy dog. He
dude,
really
he's
is.
like Puss in Boots. When Puss in Boots like just does the eyes, like that's Toothless like the whole time.
Yeah.
I did like in the trailer when he does the free fall
and,
and
the
his like
tongue
tongue
goes
is hanging
out.
out his mouth.
Yeah, he's a puppy
Ah.
dog. He really is. And here's the thing: you can go online and watch these reaction videos to fangirls watching this. Because I don't know if you know this, but Hiccup and Toothless have gotten the biggest fangirl base that I've seen from any film in a long time. It's
Really?
almost like an Edward fan base. Girls love Hiccup and Toothless, and
Well,
at the
together they're just adorable.
yeah, but at the very end of this trailer, when you see the aged Hiccup, there are girls just screaming about aged Hiccup.
Really.
Yeah, they're like, "Oh my God, he's so cute." They're comparing him to Jack Frost from Rise of the Guardians.
Jack Frost was hot. Not gonna lie.
I actually just saw that last week, by the way.
Yeah,
It's a really
so,
good movie.
I like Rise of the
good.
Guardians.
Sandy was awesome.
Sandy was awesome.
Holy crap, he was
Yes,
like
Sandy was
Kratos
awesome.
with those like
Yeah.
sand whips.
Yeah, dude, no, I
He's
did
the
like
man.
that
I liked
movie.
how at the beginning when he was like making all these things, he's like,
And Alison is motioning over her head.
Yeah, sorry, Alison. People can't see your hand motions on
Your
a
mind
podcast.
don't work on the mic.
motioning in weird positions.
But no, the thing is,
Alison, don't position me there.
there's actually
hush.
it kind of like how you have Team Edward, Team Jacob. You now have Team Hiccup, Team Jack, and I'm not even joking about that.
Really?
Really, there are fangirls who love Jack Frost from Rise of the Guardians, which, by the way, they are making a sequel for that.
I'm
Yeah.
Team Jack.
Which I would look forward to that. I would see Rise of the Guardians too. But on the other side, you have girls who are a fan of Hiccup and Toothless. Now, I think in that side, you have a great pet along with a great guy, so I think more people are going to go that way. But,
Well, Hiccup
Nah,
was like
Chris
this.
Pine's way hotter than that stupid.
oh, you don't like that actor. That's
I
right.
like that actor.
Hmm.
It's
I always
the
forget
guy,
that-
he's like, what was it? All that Jew anger from Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist.
Yes, exactly.
I don't know if everybody's ready for all that Jew anger. For all that Jew rage. Such a great movie. Hoboken, no joking.
Again, I'm looking forward to this.
I think it's gonna be cute.
I think this trailer is beautiful. They don't show a whole lot, but the trailer
They're just
is
a tease.
gorgeous.
I was like expecting something to happen, like a big dragon to like come out of the water with them, be like flying with them. And
no,
then
but
they did this free fall. I was like, what?
I know, it's so gorgeous. I'm
It was
like,
very pretty.
because if you saw this in theaters in 3D, the 3D was amazing for this movie. I pray they ever do a re-release for this, because in 3D, this is one of the few films you should see in 3D. It was amazing to watch. In IMAX, I think I would probably shit my pants, because like you would be flying in IMAX at that point.
I'm never seeing a 3D IMAX movie with you. I swear to God, if you
Just
shit
have
your
a couple
pants in
White
that
Russians, you'll be good.
theater, Yeah, I won't even notice. Of course, I probably won't be aware of the movie yet.
Exactly.
Like, oh my God, there's a dragon!
It's coming at
Did you
me!
see it? It flew right over me. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Hey, that's off topic.
There's a dragon! There's a dragon! What?
It's
What?
okay, guys. I
Big
think
bear,
we're okay.
Big bear chasing me, big bear. But I'm looking forward to that. I'm really looking forward to that, and I can only hope that the CG holds up, because the CG from the first one was phenomenal, and I pray they do the same with this. And from that trailer, it looks like that will in fact happen.
Yeah.
So next one we have up is Ender's Game.
We need minds like yours, Ender. You'll be the finest commander we've ever trained.
So I'm not the first.
No. But you will be the last.
Big question: have either of you read Ender's Game?
I never even heard of it till I watched the preview, and then I actually had to go to Wiki and read about it because I was like, I don't get it.
I've known of the story since I was in high school. Marvel released a title of for Ender's Game. It was like side stories.
Okay.
I never read it. I had friends who had read it. They said that I would enjoy it. I just never took the chance to look into it personally.
I will say I have read the first book in the series,
Okay.
and I did enjoy it.
Okay.
I have not gone back and revisited it in years, though. But the first book was quite good. The reason this is getting so much press is a couple of reasons. One, because this is a very popular sci-fi series.
There's
One
some
of the
homophobic something, isn't there?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was about to get to. The series seems pretty neutral as far as, there's no really overt themes of prejudice or racism or anything like that. If anything, it's against those things. But the writer, who, and I'm sorry I space on his name, I'm sure my fans will tell me what his name is come to their attention that he is a devout homophobe.
Okay.
Basically, he's coming out and saying, fuck all gay people.
Hey, I mean, that's my goal.
You're working on it. Working on it.
I've made my way through Delaware.
It's kind of a...
And parts of Jersey.
Yeah. It's
PA
an odd...
too.
I have dipped into PA, you're right.
It's an odd thing going on with this because...
A couple of people from PA have moved to New York. Does that mean I've started in New
Oh
York?
my god. Can we move on?
You might have transferred.
I had to transfer. He didn't transfer away from me. He was just trying to get his life back together. If I wanted him, he'd come back.
Anyway.
Off topic? No.
Getting back on
Us
topic.
off topic, Paul?
Come back.
One time
Come
when
back.
I was in Delaware, I did a guy who lived in D.C. Oh, no, I've done people who lived in D.C., although they were in Delaware.
Welcome to the Sex Podcast, ladies and gentlemen.
Who has Paul not done?
Apparently.
Parts of this need to be edited. No, they don't. Never mind.
No. Nothing's going to be edited from this, by the way. This is going to just be pure.
We have to start paying YouTube so we can swear.
The writer is apparently blatantly racist, or not racist, but...
Homophobic.
Homophobic. And
Everyone's a little bit racist.
I'm racist against the human race.
It's a song, Michael. God. Be cultured. Watch a Broadway show. There are puppets.
What?
Avenue Q. It's like Adult Sesame Street.
Oh, I never saw that. I'm sorry.
It's really good.
Okay, I'll look into that. But it's something that I've talked about with a couple of my fans about differentiating between the artist or the writer between the work. Like, for example, I like a lot of Michael Jackson albums. Does that mean I support pedophilia? Fuck no. But you have to differentiate between the performer and the performist, or the
art. The artist and the art.
Yes, the artist and the art. I completely
He was going for the
fucked up
performer and the performance.
Yes, that's what I was going for. The performer and the
Got him.
performance.
Performist.
The performist.
He just kind of combined the two. That would be that girly beer right over there.
Yeah. Sorry.
The other thing that I have to do sometimes is, when I was in high school, there were a couple bands that I liked, and people would say, well, they're terrible live. Okay. I don't care. I'm not going to see them live.
Yeah.
What I enjoy is the CD. I like this production right here. Mm-hmm. And, I wouldn't listen to that because they suck live. Then I won't go and see them live. I don't care.
Yeah.
Half the actors on television can't act live.
Yeah.
Did you ever see the live performances for Will and Grace?
Yes.
They're not that great.
No.
Because they can't stop laughing.
Yeah.
So, and it's not to say these aren't great actors or they're not great performers, and it's not a great production that they put together, but you gotta respect things for how they are.
Now, and to that end, I'd like to give another example. Like, let's say Mel Gibson. I love some of Mel Gibson's works. The Patriot, I loved. Braveheart, I loved. Do I mean that I support, like, anti-Semite works? Fuck no. It's like, but he thinks that the Holocaust didn't happen, and shit like that. It's like, I don't support that, but I think he's a good actor. Same with this.
The Holocaust did happen. That's why Magneto's so angry.
I know.
Duh, that's proof right there. Look at the comic books.
Look at the comic books. The truth
Truth is out there.
It is. It really is. X-Files taught us that.
So with the writer of Ender's Game, the series is good.
The writer of the book or the
writer of the book.
Okay.
Yes. Now apparently he has a hand in the movie production as well. And I don't know how much of a hand he has in it, but I do think he has a sort of co-screenwriter
hand isn't Sean Bean. He might die.
Yeah.
Oh, Sean Bean in this?
No.
Oh, good.
No,
he won't die.
it does have Harrison Ford though. As you
Yeah.
said.
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, why do I know that actor's voice? And I was like,
Who's that old
it's
man?
Harrison Ford.
Who's that old man? And why do I feel like you should be hanging out with a really hairy guy?
No, the typical female reaction is, "Who's that old man and why do I want to fuck him?"
Oh, it's Indiana.
I would probably do Harrison Ford. Of course, I like gray hair.
There's a woman I have not met who doesn't still want to fuck Harrison Ford.
He's a good-looking fella still.
He is still an it guy in Hollywood.
Did you just call me a woman?
No.
You just got lumped in with him.
It happens so often.
I don't know if I'm looking forward to this. I'll probably see it, But just because I'm seeing it doesn't mean that I'm supporting gay bashing. You know,
Yeah,
it's
I support bashing as a general rule. I don't like it when you bash somebody because of something. I just like taking billy clubs and hitting people in public.
Paul is non-discriminatory.
I'm really
he
not.
will bash everybody.
I'm an equal opportunity hater. I don't even care what you look like. You can be homeless. You can be white, black, crippled. I don't care. Unless you're a fatty. I do like fatties. Like you, I'll see the movie.
Mm-hmm.
I'm rather indifferent. I'm not excited about it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care that it's being made.
yeah.
I know that I know that the story has a lot of fan base, which is
Yeah.
why I'll see it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's being made for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna look into it, and I'm gonna respect that. You know, it came from something that has a really large following. But it's never something that I took the time to look into.
Yeah.
So
I couldn't agree more. Yeah. Okay. And next one on the list we have is Riddick.
Don't know how many times I've been crossed off the list and left for dead. So this ain't nothing new.
And I included this because I know Alison is a huge fan of the Riddick series, right?
I am.
Yeah. And what's your
And-
thoughts on this?
Well, I saw it and I was like, is this past, present, future?
I think it's future
It looks
because
future.
you see a couple of the what are they called, the
The necromancers.
necromancers. You see a couple of them running around in there.
But
So I think it's
see-
future.
why is he being chased?
I don't. Maybe
Because
he just
think about it. At the end,
wait.
what? Oh, you haven't seen
I
Chronicles?
haven't seen any of them in their entirety.
Oh,
I've seen parts of all of them, and I want to look into them. In
can
fact,
you plug your ears? Okay, can you plug your ears shortly?
okay. No, hold on. Alison, I know what you're talking about. Just say
Okay.
at the end.
At
I
the
know what happened at
end,
the end. Okay, so
with the necromancers.
yeah, I know what happened. Okay, so
The Necromonicon.
not the Necronomicon.
No, that's Army of Darkness. My bad.
No, that's Evil Dead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the necromancers, right? That's what they are.
Not necromorphs, not necromancers.
Animorphs.
No, not animorphs.
Yerks,
No.
Hork
The-
Vizier.
I always forget what they're called, but they're seeking the Underverse. That all I
Yeah,
know is
the people seeking the Enderverse.
Yeah.
That's what I was trying to figure out, if it was after that or before that, because it looks like it's before that, because if it was after that, then he shouldn't have to do
But
that.
maybe he just left them. You don't know. Maybe he didn't want to be part of them.
Well, from what I've seen of the movies and from what I saw in the trailer, I would like to see it.
Yeah,
thought
I
it
mean,
looks
I want to
cool.
see it because I
Now,
want to know.
There are a lot of throwbacks in this trailer to Pitch Black. I will say
There
that.
are.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, there should be. There
Yeah.
needs to be that homage to what it came from.
Yeah, but at the same time, the sequel was it Chronicles Riddick? Was that the
Chronicles
sequel?
of Riddick. Yeah.
Yeah, that was nothing like Pitch Black
Right.
at
No.
all. It was an entirely different film, and that's why I liked it so much. I liked Pitch Black. Don't get me wrong.
But it was nice that it wasn't just a continuation.
Exactly.
It
they told a
diverged.
whole different type of series with that, and I was like, that's actually pretty creative. I liked that.
I didn't know what Pitch Black was until years after Chronicles of Riddick. Then one day I was watching TV and Pitch Black was on, and it was like Riddick, and I was like, I recognize that name, and I put it on. I'm like, oh, this must be the sequel.
No.
And I feel like
First
my
one,
dad
I got
walked
you
in and was like,
reversed.
dumbass, that's the prequel. I was like, shut up, crumb. Then I looked into it and I was like, oh, this is what it came from. So
Yeah.
I mean, do you own it, Mike?
I own
Pitch
it.
Black or
I
Chronicles?
actually own
Pitch Black?
the tree. There's
I
actually
think I own
three.
Pitch Black. I
There's
don't think
three?
I have.
I've
There's
seen the
three.
show.
Because there was Pitch Black, there was
An
Chronicles
animated.
of Riddick.
Butcher Bay, right?
I don't remember what
Or
the
was
title
Butcher Bay
is.
the video game? I forget. There was a video
I-
game in there somewhere.
I don't know.
Is this
but
all canon?
Oh yeah, it's all canon.
Oh, wow.
There's a like a 40-minute
Animated.
animated
Yeah.
that connects
I think I've seen
Dark
that.
Fury, is that what it's called?
Dark Fury.
Yeah, Dark
That's what
Fury
it
was
is.
the animated.
It connects the Pitch Black to Chronicles of Riddick.
Yeah. And then
So, and I have a box set of that.
and there was also a video game called Butcher Bay, which I think was a prequel, and that was canon. And apparently the video game was quite good. So that's another thing to look into. But I'm looking forward to this. I did like the Riddick series.
Yeah, I like
mean,
the Riddick series,
It's
so
just
I'll
back
probably
to
go
Vin
see it.
Diesel saying every line like this, you know, and just being that slow, methodical killer, which I liked. I know I did like that series.
Well, because he was like, I'm going to take my time. I'm going to get you whether you want to be gotten or not.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not really scared of you because guess what? You're going to make a mistake and I will be there to beat you.
No, I don't like where they went with Riddick and I'm sorry, the Chronicles Riddick with the whole Furion thing. with him being like some sort of prophesized savior.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
That kind of ticked me off, but apart from that, I did like that movie. But this, I'm looking forward to it.
It did diverge in a whole different direction than Pitch Black.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing.
It really did. So, again, I'll look forward to this. I'll definitely see it, and only time will tell what they end up doing with it. Next on our list, we have one that Paul, I'm sure, ranted about for a while, which is Thor 2.
I gave you my word. I would return.
What's gonna happen?
Hold on.
Wait, what?
Jane!
Which I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, me
And
too.
I know Karen squeed for a while when she saw Loki at the end of the trailer.
Oh, when she squeezed.
That was
What,
that
Rob?
was pretty funny.
Karen squeeze. She doesn't like squeal, so it's more like a
Wait, what is it like, Robin? Like a wee?
When I saw the trailer and I went to my boyfriend's after work. I was like, you have to watch this, and he's like, yeah, my friend at work told me about it, and all she kept saying was his hair, and he was like, do you know what that's in reference to? And I was like, yeah, wow, his hair, and he was like, what the hell? So he watched it, and he was like, oh my god, his hair, and I was like, I know, dude, your boy needs a brush. That movie looks. It looks so amazing.
It looks very good.
I'm so excited for it.
Now, I don't know what they're doing with Natalie Portman in that film. She goes to
Asgard.
Asgard.
So what it looks like.
Now, before I say anything, let me just ask this: who is the villain? I have no idea who it is.
My turn.
Who?
My turn.
Yeah.
Okay. So we see in the trailer.
Sorry.
We see in the trailer what appears to be the guy from the Avengers movie that was working for Thanos.
Okay, that guy.
So we see him in one frame, and then it appears as though he has started attacking Earth again.
Okay.
While that's happening, the Dark Elves have started invading Asgard,
Oh, that's who it is.
being
Okay.
led by Malekith.
Malekith. Okay.
Now, in the comics, the entirety of the Dark Elves were wiped out,
Okay.
and Loki brought Malekith back. Malekith was a really powerful mage.
Okay.
So when you look at pictures of Malekith, half of his body is black because they were dark elves.
Okay.
The other half of his body is white because he's dead.
Okay.
In the introduction of him on the show, Avengers: Earth's Mightiest Heroes,
Okay.
he comes back and he is working for Loki to acquire the Chest of Endless Winters, which is the blue box in the first movie.
Okay.
So I don't think that that's what they're going to do in this movie.
No.
The original rumor was that it would be working for Thanos to acquire the Infinity Gauntlet from the War Room, which we see in the first movie. Now that we know that Avengers 2 is going to be the Age of Ultron,
Yes.
and may not have anything to do with Thanos, but still may, because they say that Ultron won't be in any way associated with Ant-Man, so he could be associated with Thanos.
Yeah.
It could still be about the Infinity Gauntlet.
It
We're
could.
not sure. So
Would you like that? Or
Infinity Gauntlet?
Yeah.
I mean, I would like for I, like many fans, would like for Thanos' appearance to have purpose.
Not just thrown in there because that's the guy you
as
want
an
to fight.
Easter
Yeah.
egg.
Yeah.
Now, I am a big fan of story.
Uh-huh.
So I recently read a story and I said it was really good. My boyfriend asked me why, and I said it was more than just, look, there's a thing, let's go punch it.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what the Avengers movie was.
I don't have a problem with that.
I need a story, and I love the Avengers.
Fight.
Pretty much like Mortal Kombat. Finish him, and then you're done. You're like, oh shit, there's an hour and a half of my life and $20. You better be putting out because this is an expensive date for. But I'm really looking forward to this movie.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like, according to the trailer, that somebody is going to die.
It looks like Natalie Portman's going to die.
In addition, I have heard rumors that Chris Hemsworth will not be reappearing in Avengers 2.
Mm-hmm.
So, depending on how far into the lore they want to go, Thor is known for going to hell and switching places with people who die. He's also then known for ripping out of hell
Yeah.
and hitting people with his hammer.
Yeah.
Bam.
The hammer's my penis.
Uh-huh.
I imagine people in the podcast will understand what that reference is from, but I'm going to assume because of that look you just gave me that you don't.
I don't.
Look up Dr. Horrible Sing-Along blog. Joss
Sorry.
Whedon wrote it. Neil.
That was Alison squeeing.
I'm guessing Alison knows what that is.
I know what Dr. Horrible is.
Neil Patrick Harris plays a supervillain.
I know Dr.
Yeah,
I've heard
yeah.
of this. I've just never seen it.
You've never seen it?
No.
Oh,
It's
you
pretty awesome.
need to.
Okay.
Nathan Fillion plays the most douchebag superhero you've ever seen in your life.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Okay.
It's awesome, though. I
It is
laughed a
pretty-
lot.
It's hilarious.
Now,
I love the songs. I sing them randomly.
The one thing I was just thinking was, do you think they would take a page from the Ultimates and that maybe Thor will be like an objector at some point? Like if he suffers some major loss with, Jane dying, maybe in the second Avengers he just doesn't show up because he's still grieving. And then like something like kind of sitting on the side just
He's
saying
like, "F
fuck
you,
mankind.
Earth."
What
And
does
then
that have to do with the Ultimates?
because in the Ultimates initially he doesn't want to fight.
No, in the Ultimates, in the very beginning of the Ultimates, he is a pacifist.
Yeah.
He was reborn on Earth, we later find out.
Mm-hmm.
And he figures out who he is. He kind of doesn't realize that he's supposed to have a purpose.
Okay.
And then he wakes up in a hospital. This man that he recognizes but can't figure out who he is talking to him. He's looking at him, and it's Donald Blake, who in the original timeline is Thor's human personality.
Oh, okay.
So he's looking at him, and he's like, "Do you know who I am?" And Thor says, "Yeah, you're Dr. Blake." And he says, "No, look at me. What's my name?"
Mm-hmm.
And he looks at him and he goes, "Balder."
Mm.
So in the Ultimate Universe, it's Balder, and Balder goes, "You know what you have to do." And so he takes what is actually in the Ultimate Universe as technology, the suit, which has levitating capabilities, and the hammer, which has weather manipulation and mass teleportation abilities, and hits Hulk in the face, pretty much. It's not until later on that he's actually a god again.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Anything else to say about Thor 2? I didn't want to touch on anything else like Captain America, Winter Soldier, because we'll see the trailer for that eventually. We can talk
Right.
about it then.
As of yet, I'm rather disappointed in the appearance of the Dark Elves.
Okay.
I feel like they look kind of like the original Ninja Turtles movies. They look like something Jim Henson came up with.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
That and the Dark Elves.
Do you think it could be a Dark Crystal reference?
I hope not.
Sorry, I'm dating
There
myself.
Friend.
I am dating myself there. I'm sorry.
You're like
Friend.
dating yourself. You act like you're not in your 20s. Whatever. There are two species of elves. There are the light elves and the dark elves.
Yeah.
The light elves are white, and the dark elves are black.
Why you gotta
Racism, separate but equal, different water fountains. Back of the bus. Sorry, Karen. Paul's not racist. See, I will bash everyone, and everyone's now going to bash me. But the dark elves we see in this movie all have pale white skin, whereas they should be black, gray, a shade of deep purple, something to that extent.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if it'll be like the dark elves as a more of a society basis
Okay.
rather than the physical, like, this is the color of our elves.
Okay. Fair enough.
So that looks weird.
Okay. Cool.
And it doesn't even look like the Ninth Doctor. Oh, yeah, that's the other thing. Malekith the Accursed is played by Christopher Eccleston, who can be seen in many places, including the first Doctor to appear in the reboot of Doctor Who. He was the Ninth Doctor. He was on there for one season.
I think I know him.
He was then Claude in the first season of Heroes, also known as the Invisible Man.
Mm-hmm.
He's been in a couple other things that nobody cares about.
I've seen him in something else, and I cannot remember what it was for the life of me.
He's apparently like a huge flaming douchebag.
Really?
Like a jackass.
Hmm.
Which may have been why he was almost immediately regenerated in Doctor Who.
Hmm.
And we got Tennant.
Interesting.
In other news,
In
in December, we get a new Doctor.
Yeah.
And
It's announced,
August 4th,
It's announced this weekend.
we
Yeah.
find out who it is.
Yeah.
So exciting! My friend Brent said today, everybody loves to hate the new Doctor. He said, so by principle, I hate him already. Give me until the end of the first season. I said, give me until the end of the second. I still don't like Matt Smith.
So, moving on, the final trailer that I looked up, just because it was something so out there
Oh my
that
God.
I wanted to share it with you guys.
I would like to say, before you even say the name, I watched it and I was like, I think I've seen this movie or seen this trailer before.
This movie looked like something that was produced in the 80s.
It does.
It looks like the ugliest, most poorly put together puppet.
It does.
But it's
world.
kind of cute.
No. Okay.
And-
all right. The next time I take a really big shit, I'm gonna show you, and I'm gonna be like,
Like, at the
Alison, isn't
very-
it cute?
No, at the very end, he's like, no, bad Milo. It's like,
I said to Mike,
aw.
I was like, the fact that the last thing I heard was, no, I swear to God, I'll put you right back in my ass. I was like, I want that to be my Facebook status.
By
so
the way,
bad.
Robin has not seen this trailer, and his reaction right now is priceless. The movie we are talking about is called Bad Milo.
There is this ancient myth when you are pushed into a corner by someone.
Looking on your computer. I think I may have deleted something important.
This creature comes out and attacks that someone. This thing is a part of you.
What are you talking about?
It's a metaphor.
I had a monster up my ass. This is the furthest thing from a metaphor.
It's a film that's coming out a little bit later this year, and it looks like one of those, B horror films types, And
Oh, I think
then-
that's ranking down with the Season D's, dude.
Yeah. So
I mean,
for
this
those
is
of you who
bad.
have not seen this trailer, I'll provide a link in the info for this video
Please
or
do. I'm
for this
intrigued.
for this podcast.
I'll show
But
you on my phone after we're done
the basis of the film is you have this guy.
this. Wait, maybe Alison could show you on her phone.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. Never mind.
Oh,
My bad.
Oh, I haven't given in to the
Does your flip phone do that?
world of technology.
Let's see.
So
I'm
for
not
those
even
of-
sure if my phone makes phone calls.
For
I know it
those
does
of you
everything
who
else.
don't know, Alison has yet to join the information age and get a smartphone.
Mike only recently
that's
joined.
okay. I've only recently gotten a smartphone. I got one about maybe a month ago.
And he got Edelman's cookies. Told
Yes.
you. Dark Side has cookies, baby.
Dark Side has cookies.
Dark Side
I do want a
has
cookie now.
Then go get a
Everybody wants
cookie.
cookies. No, you can't have a cookie.
Oh.
Unless you can touch your screen and make make it do things other than break.
Oh. Anyway, moving on.
Sit on a rotate,
Bad
baby.
Milo is about this guy who has been getting really stressed out at work. His wife wants to have a kid. He's getting pressure from the step parents,
And his body generates a demon hemorrhoid.
yeah, a demon hemorrhoid. A
That
demon
comes
starts
in
growing.
and out of his body.
Yeah, that starts growing inside his colon, and basically,
Oh, Robin has the video.
yeah. Robin has pulled up a video of it. You can watch the other room, Robin. Yeah.
It looks like a mini Rancor.
Yeah, and the thing
Actually,
starts.
I kind of thought it looked like the baby from Dinosaurs.
It kind of looks like that too.
I was
That's not a.
Not the mama.
Not
What
the
if
mama.
it jumped into the wrong ass?
Surprise!
And I'm thinking, like, does that guy have any sphincter control at all anymore?
No.
Like,
Probably not.
there's like fisting, and then there's a demon popping in and out of your
Yeah.
anus.
So,
Yeah.
for those of you who haven't seen the trailer, this demon pops out of his ass whenever he gets too stressed and goes out and just starts
Killing
killing people.
No, no.
But only killing the people who piss them off.
Yeah,
Yes.
it kills. It goes
Selectively.
after the person who causes them stress. So
Yeah.
there is a story. However,
Selective
ridiculous.
killing.
Yeah.
And then because that's in the end, like
Yeah.
the what is it, the housemaid or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cleaning lady like pisses him off, and he's like, "No, Milo,
Like,
don't you
bad
think about it,
Milo.
or I'll put you
But
right
I
back
think
in my
there's
ass."
a body in the bed.
There is a body in the bed?
I think there's a body in the bed at the very end.
Robin, at the end of the trailer, is there a body in the bed?
He'll tell us in a minute. But,
What the fuck is this?
That would be.
Like gremlins.
The quality of this is terrible.
it is, but it looks so fun, and that's why I included it. I do want to see this.
I kinda do.
I kind of feel like we have to see it just because.
I kind of feel like we need to combine our free tickets,
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I mean,
or maybe we should get a friend who works in a projectionist booth.
Oh, gee.
We used to have one of those.
Yeah.
Then he got a real job.
Yeah.
Damn.
And also because Projectionists no longer exist.
Yeah.
Aw.
Mm.
But anyway.
Eventually, flip phones won't either.
This is a slider, thank you. It does not flip, it slides.
Anyway, so I don't think
And look,
this.
you
I don't think
bastard.
this film is going to get a nationwide release. I'm pretty sure.
I know my daddy.
I'm pretty sure this is going to be a limited release. So
Of like
we'll,
two theaters.
Yeah, we'll
Probably
look
not
up
in
somewhere. This is.
Delaware.
I'm sure we'll get somewhere in New York or Philadelphia or Baltimore, wherever it is. We will make a road trip to find this film because I feel
Road
like
trip
we
to
should.
find Bad Milo.
Yeah, we will find this thing and we will watch it because I do want to see this.
I support this idea. Yeah, I support this idea. We can put it in the sitcom that I plan to write about our ridiculously dumbass adventures.
Jeez.
Have I told you this idea?
I remember the bowling sitcom.
It'll
was
be based on that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That could be another podcast.
Okay. Robin's done.
So
with the
Robin's
video.
on the trailer.
So now that
Was there
Robin's
a body
done
in
with
the bed?
it, let's have some comments.
A fucking mix of gremlins and E.T. Like, gone bad.
Hardcore gay sex.
I like the part,
Rancors.
I like the, at the very end, he was like, don't you think about it. I will shove you right back up my ass.
I swear to God, I can't wait to tell my boyfriend that. hey, what'd I tell you? No cookies for slider phones.
Alison took a cookie break. Did you just call her a twat?
Twat's a good word.
It is a good word.
So is dork. Do you know what the definition of dork is?
I would
A whale penis.
I would love a dork. Would love it.
You would probably do. You actually have one right in front of your face right now.
No,
Exactly.
that's a mic. That's
Aw.
Mike keeps telling me that I'm not allowed to put it in my mouth.
no, you're not.
Yeah, you
allowed.
told me
He's
that
one
too.
of few men who's ever told me that
Okay.
I'm not allowed to put it in my mouth.
Anyway, Alison, are you done your cookie?
I may actually be the only man who's ever told me that I can't put it in my mouth.
So I think these type of B or C horror films, as you're calling them, they're becoming very popular right now because it's
G.
for low budget people who want to get into horror. I think this is really the way to go. You know,
yeah, but it's not necessarily low budget because that guy has a career.
yeah, I forget that guy's name.
I don't fucking know his name. He doesn't have that sort of career.
Yeah.
But he was on Party Down. He's been on. I feel like he's been on a couple episodes of Parks and Rec.
Okay.
He's like in that humor crowd.
Okay.
That wait no he wasn't on Parks and Rec. The guy from Party Down is now on Parks and Rec. Like he has a career. He's done things
Okay. Well,
and is in theaters.
I mean, it's kind of like Fido.
Oh
Like
yeah.
what?
This is kind. I see this in the same realm as Fido.
Have you ever seen Fido?
Fido
Very
was
good zombie film. You should try and check it out.
Leave It
Oh,
to Beaver
yeah,
meets Zombies with the lady who played Trinity and
The dad from Pleasantville.
yeah, the dad from Pleasantville.
I remember we were talking about this recently. Like
Yeah.
she has like a pet zombie or some shit, right?
Yeah, the kid has a
Yeah.
pet zombie.
Yeah.
And kind of hints of Warm Bodies in there too.
Oh my god, that movie was awesome.
I loved Warm
I
Bodies.
liked it.
Holy crap, that movie was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
hate
definitely-
zombies. That movie was awesome sauce.
It was
So-
just this, it was like more like a little romantic comedy with zombies.
Yeah, no, I know it garnered a lot of Twilight comparisons, but you know what? This was making fun of the fact of what it was. It wasn't taking itself too seriously.
It wasn't taking itself seriously at all. It's like, don't be creepy, don't be creepy, don't be creepy.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, but no, it was fun. It was good fun. And the actors weren't taking themselves too seriously either. Like John Malkovich, who I like, he wasn't doing his whole, like, enunciate every single word. Like, whenever I've seen John Malkovich performances, he'll do this all the time where it's like he's telling someone
Are you
out.
sure you want to do that? Because this is what you're gonna do.
No, what he'll do
You
is...
need to stay above the Mason-Dixon line for like the rest of the week.
No.
Yes.
No, I'm going down tomorrow.
What John Malkovich does whenever he gets upset, it's like he's trying to return something at a restaurant. It's like, the waiter did not cook my steak correctly. He always talks like that in every film where he has to enunciate every single syllable, and it gets really annoying. So if you ever watch a John Malkovich film again, just look for that, because he will enunciate every single word like this.
But sometimes it's quite comedic, like in parts of Red. It was
Yeah.
quite comedic.
I really like Red. I'm very much looking forward to the
Red
second one.
Did you see Red 2?
Is it out?
Yeah.
Oh no.
It's been out for like a week and a half.
No. My
Damn it,
boyfriend's
I
been
need
out
to
of
go
town.
see it. Let me. Make
I haven't seen Red 2.
Make a
No,
note.
Steve and I are going to see Red 2. We're going to see Wolverine. I feel like there's something else we're going to see.
We saw Wolverine on Monday. I liked Wolverine.
I heard that the best part of Wolverine was the snip after the credits.
Yes, that's the truth. Yeah, that is the honest
Like
God
I paid
truth.
$15 to see a 3-minute clip.
Yeah, that's the absolute truth. But unless there's anything else to bring up, we'll make a list of a couple more. I'll get 5 or 6 more trailers for a couple weeks from now, and I think at that point we'll do another podcast, and hopefully this one was successful. Let me know what you guys think of this one. Hopefully you enjoy it. We went just a little over an hour, which I think is damn good timing. That's what I was aiming for. You know, we can go a little longer than that if we want, but an hour is a pretty good time for a podcast, I think. So.
Plenty of time.
Yep. So I want to thank the Superhuman Aficionado and the 3 Star Sapphire for showing up, as well as our buddy Confucius 2.0.
Oh, hello.
Thank you guys again, and until next time, guys, have a good night and take care.
Bye.
Bye.